Loveline may contain sexually oriented content. Listener discretion advised. Now, here's Loveline. 1-800-LOVE-191 with Dr. Drew and Adam Carolla.
Hey, it's Loveline. I'm Adam Carolla. That is Dr. Drew in Seattle. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Fax number 310-854-4455. Dr. Drew's a... Drew?
Yeah.
Okay. Dr. Drew is a board-certified physician and addiction medicine specialist, and he's on about a 2-second delay tonight.
Are you afraid I wasn't here?
Afraid really isn't the word, but I suspected that maybe you weren't. Drew?
Mike insists that this delay is no longer than any other delays we've had when we've been on the road, so there you go.
It isn't?
That's what he insists.
Are we normally in the same room, though? What is strange about it?
It's longer than usual. I don't care what Mike says. It's about twice as long as usual.
Okay. Don't listen to Mike. Mike's the guy, by the way, who blames the air conditioning problem on the studio because we're so extravagant we want lights on in here. All right. Shut up, Mike, please. I'm in no mood. The Kottonmouth Kings are going to be our guests tonight. They're going to be in here in just a second. I'm told they're here, and we'll bring them in. We'll break a little early tonight. Drew.
Yeah.
This is my favorite part of the show. I'll do a little Loveline reenactment. Hey, Drew.
No.
Drew, you're chomping at the bit tonight, aren't you, because of the delay?
Yes.
Okay, good. Thanks for making that making that point for me. I did a show called Red-Handed on UPN. It aired tonight. And I was looking at some of the reviews in the newspaper today because they got like a sneak copy of it. Drew, you'll be glad to hear this. The New York Post gave it -3 stars.
This is the thing where they get the guy at the bachelor party?
Yeah.
Right?
You understand? Right. I showed you that. Do you understand -3 stars? Meaning if I were to do a 4-star show tomorrow, it would only be a 1-star show because I'm into the New York Post for 3 stars.
Oh,
it's going to take me a 3-star show just to break even.
I'm proud of you.
I just want to see how long it took before you said something. They said it was the worst show that UPN has ever done.
Oh, Adam.
Isn't that great? And
yes,
I got most of the credit for it. I'll bring it in tomorrow night. But I wanted you to...
They blamed you for it?
Well, there was a big picture of me in the New York Post, and it said, humiliating experience.
Oh no.
Oh, I got to bring it in. Huh? Who do I blame?
Who are you going to blame?
Oh,
yeah.
What? Who should I blame?
I don't know. You're going to blame somebody, aren't you?
No. I'll blame myself.
I thought the finished product was pretty good, Adam.
I didn't think it was that bad either, but, I'll just take the money. Anyway, Drew, when are you coming back here?
Friday?
All right, that does me no good. You'll be back in the You'll be back in the studio on Sunday.
Right.
I wanted to bring the reviews in and stuff and let you have a look at them. You would have got a kick out of it.
It'll be painful.
Oh yeah. Well, I didn't bring it with me because I knew you weren't going to be here, and it just wasn't the same. And what with the delay and all.
Fax them over to me.
Oh, Drew, I'm not that ambitious. All right, I'll tell you what. We'll take some calls. We'll break a little early, and we'll bring the Kottonmouth Kings in here. Andy.
Yeah.
You're 20. What's going on?
I haven't gotten laid in like 2 years. I haven't been with a woman in I don't think I've had a date in a year. Yeah. And pretty much the only person I've touched within a year has been myself.
Yeah. What happened a year ago? Did anything change?
No, I just had a date.
You had a date?
Pretty impressive, yeah.
Uh-huh.
You ever had a girlfriend?
Yeah.
Really?
How long did that last for?
2 years.
From 16 to 18?
Yeah.
And were you having sex?
Every once in a while.
No, wait a minute. You were in a 2-year relationship. You were 16, 17, and 18 years old. Either you were having sex or you weren't.
Every once in a while.
How many times did you have sex?
Probably about 10.
10 in a 2-year... Drew, does this not make sense to you?
It somehow doesn't fit, yeah.
You didn't have sex. You're a virgin, right, Andy?
No.
You had sex.
We waited a year.
You waited a year, and then you had sex 10 times in the last year.
We lived in different towns.
Okay. And why'd you break up?
Oh, pretty much the distance thing.
Right.
Sex 10 times in a year.
Okay, so what's wrong with you? Yeah, little did you know that was a tear. You were like...
is it the breakup?
Sherman going through Atlanta with that.
Is it the breakup that's giving you problems now? You're having trouble getting over that?
Oh, I don't know. It's been 2 years since that relationship. It just seems like I'm off in my own reality now.
Okay, well, why don't you get out of your own reality then?
All right.
Okay, good. I got rid of him, Drew. And listen, you nut jobs, don't call this show and say I haven't gotten laid in 2 years. What the hell do you want me to do about it? Get out of your own reality then. You know the problem with guys in their own reality, Drew? They're hard to talk to. They don't get laid. All right, hold on. Now I feel bad. Andy? All right. Well, he's gone. Ashley?
Hi.
You're 14.
Well, I'm going to be 14.
Uh-oh. What's going on?
Okay, well, my parents are separated, and they're kind of like bugging me on who I'm going to be living with because once I'm 14, I could choose. Well, I'm kind of like, because I want to pick my dad, but the thing is, like my mom's saying, well, if you don't live with me, then, you know, you're not going to have any contact with the family, with my family, she says. And it kind of bugs me because, like, I'm really close to the family. And, I don't know, it's kind of...
Why is she blackmailing you like that? That's ridiculous. Why is she blackmailing you like that?
I don't know. She's just... She's... I don't know.
Hey, Ashley, why do you get to choose at 14?
Well, because that's how... I guess that's how the law is or something, because that's what I've been hearing, like, from my parents, that, like, oh, yeah, once you're 14, you can choose who you want to live with, because you're going to be old enough to, you know, to make the right choice. But I don't know what the right choice is.
Hold on a second, Ashley. Drew, are you aware of any law where you get to make a choice on what parent you live with at 14?
It probably is different in different states, or maybe it's just something that they've stipulated in their agreements.
Well,
I don't know.
Who are you living with now?
Well, right now it goes back and forth. Like right now I'm with my dad, and then on Thursday I'll go with on Thursday I'll be with my mom, and then next Friday I'll be with my dad. It goes like
okay, why don't you just keep it that way?
Okay.
Well, it's working out, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, then no one's pissed off. You see both of them, and everything's fine. You go off to college in a couple of years.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't understand which one of you is which one of them is pressuring you to make the choice.
My mom.
That's interesting.
Because
that's not right.
She's kind of, I don't know. She just says like every day, oh, you know, you're going to be 14 pretty soon. You're going to choose, you know, and this and that, and it just gets me like nervous because I'm afraid I'll make the wrong choice and then I'll disappoint somebody.
And she wants you to live with her.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have an eating disorder?
Obviously.
Do I?
Yeah.
No.
All right. Tell your mom she's driving you to an eating disorder. Tell her Drew said she's driving you to bulimia.
Okay.
Could easily happen.
Yeah. Stop yanking. What is that? Hey, Drew, isn't that pathetic?
It's called exploitation. Any parenting that is exploitative is damaging. It's bad parenting.
Yeah. I mean,
she's just doing what she needs rather than what the child needs.
Let me say this. I'm totally against exploitation unless it involves pornography, in which case I'll make an exception, because then, you know, it gives enjoyment to millions of others. But this is just exploitation with no winner, right, Drew? You can't condone this. Rob,
yeah.
You're 29.
Hey, how you doing, Adam?
This delay thing's driving me nuts, I got to tell you.
Freaked me out there.
We'll talk to Mike about it. There's no delay as far as he's concerned.
Hey, Mike, I swear I'm going to throw the goddamn microphone through the window if you play that again. Go ahead.
Okay. I don't know if you had even said what I was calling about, but I have the rare and wonderful situation where my girlfriend actually has 2 vaginas.
Really?
Yeah, I feel like I'm blessed by this.
And you only have half a penis?
Something like that, right. But she actually has, it's rare, she has 2 cervixes and 2 urethras. I'm sure Dr. Drew at some time has heard something about this. Yes? No?
2 urethras, I've not seen that, but I guess it's
uterus,
possible.
I'm sorry. Yeah, uteruses.
Uterus.
Right.
She has like 70 feet of fallopian tubing?
Perhaps, yeah. I don't know when I feel in there, I can't really tell, but...
You know, this isn't that bizarre. I knew a girl who had this.
Okay.
You talked to somebody at one of these colleges they had. Remember one of the college tours?
Yeah, it was a guy. You can use both vaginas, right?
Yes, I can. I can actually go up either side, whichever side I want to choose that night. It's great.
Yeah,
Does she experience something different depending on which side you use?
Yeah, I mean, naturally it goes into the right. When it goes into the left, she notices a difference.
Yeah.
But, the big question she has is concerning with pregnancy. Is this ever going to have any bearing on whether she can have children? Do you know anything about that?
It could potentially, but she has to be evaluated. Has she been seen by a gynecologist?
Yeah, she has. I guess.
What have they told her?
They haven't mentioned anything like that. I mean, she just changed to her gynecologist, and the most that the woman had said to her was, you technically have two vaginas, but she did not say.
Did she charge her double?
Yeah, right.
Hey, Drew, no, this could be dangerous because the kid could come out and it could be like when someone gets washed down into one of those grids in a storm drain. They get pressed up against it, they get caught. Drew?
Yeah.
No, that couldn't happen?
What about twins?
Oh, they'd have to pick a shoot.
Is that more likely, Doc?
No, it's not more likely.
No.
But would the kid come out of the one that you went in on?
That's a good.
Yes.
It would? It would?
If she has two uteruses, yeah.
Right.
Wow. And two of everything?
Everything else is normal, yeah.
That is amazing. 4 breasts?
Well, I got to tell you, when she told me, I was extremely happy. I thought I was, I have such a woman. I was that pleased with it.
Yeah, it's like cheating on her every night.
Exactly.
Every time you pull out and move into the left slot, it's like you're two-timing her.
That's right.
That's great. All right, Rob. She's fine. Her gynecologist knows what's going on. So, Drew, does she have... If she has 2 vaginas, 2 uteruses, does she have 2 sets of fallopiae?
I don't know.
Would you have?
It's possible.
Would you have to?
No, I don't think typically they do. Frankly,
it's just the one.
I think usually, yeah. I don't think so. But I'm not real familiar with this defect, so I haven't seen a lot of it.
Yeah, I don't know anything about the vagina other than what I've learned in Hustler, so I have no idea what's going on in there. To me, I just picture it as like I don't know, the inside of like a gum machine. You put the quarter in at the top, Drew, and you twist the handle. And then magically something comes out. I picture it to be about that same mechanism. Is that fair?
It is, coincidentally.
It's
exactly the same. How'd you know?
I know. It's just a gut thing. So you don't have to go to college for everything. Che?
Yeah.
You're 16.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on?
I'm wondering if smoking marijuana, if it has any lasting benefits.
Benefits?
Yeah.
No, we're aware.
On the initial high.
No.
Are you using the word benefit like you'd like to use the word benefit?
Yeah.
Okay.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
Are you asking me or are you asking him, Drew?
Well, what you mean, what you're asking him?
I'm asking him if he's using the word benefit like he thinks he's using the word benefit.
Just positive effects, not...
Okay.
Not like a second high or anything.
No, there's no known positive effect.
Okay.
You're not going to find significant positive effects from illicit drugs, and even the people who have tried to make issues positive health sort of recommendations based on alcohol are suspect. So no.
All right. What benefit would there be from being high other than being high? Drew. Drew.
Yeah.
Even with the delay, are you extra sleepy tonight? Or is there something going on with you?
I'm trying not to talk too much so I don't screw with you with the delay.
All right. John.
Yeah.
You're 19.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on?
Well, I was just wondering, I believe a lot in astrology and all this.
Oh, boy.
And I was just wondering if y'all, posed any strengths towards it.
Sure.
It's so rainy up here, Adam, I can't see the moon. Is there a full moon or something going on?
I don't know. John?
Yeah.
Why are you into astrology?
Well, I started off with a couple of friends telling me about it, and I bought a couple of books on it.
Yeah.
And pretty much, if somebody tells me their sign, I can almost, tell them to a T.
Yeah, well, why don't you guess people's sign if you know astrology so well?
Well, then you have to know all 12 signs extremely well.
What signs do you know well?
Scorpio, Leo,
Sure.
Libra.
Oh, sure, the cool ones. You don't know any of the gay signs like Gemini or Pisces or any of those.
Gemini.
Virgo.
All right, what sign am I then?
Ooh, I'd have to guess.
Because you know Adam real well.
You know me
So you
well.
should be able to pick it, yeah.
Sagittarius.
Shouldn't have any problems, right?
Would you be a Sagittarius?
No.
No. Oh.
No, listen, John.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something about this astrology. It's for gay guys and fat chicks.
No.
Now, you're neither one of those, are you?
No, definitely not.
All right. Then what are you doing? You're 19 years old. You sound like you come from the stick somewhere and you're into astrology.
You're gay.
This is ridiculous, John. Please. This means nothing. It's just a bunch of retarded people who've got nothing better to do with their lives. You understand that man, since the dawn of time, has been obsessed with trying to figure out his meaning and what tomorrow holds. This is just another one of those things. Oh, for Christ's sake, Drew, my mom had one of those biorhythm wheels when I was like in the 6th grade or something.
What the hell are you talking about? What are they?
You don't remember that whole craze, that hippie craze?
No.
Oh, there was a whole biorhythm thing. Oh, you have like critical days and ultra critical days and happy critical days. It's all a bunch of nonsense.
Gay.
Anyone who does anything with their lives doesn't bother with this nonsense unless they're nutty.
And for you, the only way you could have you could have had a happy critical day at any moment just by somebody in your household giving you a box of Count Chocula.
That's very true.
All right.
All right, so John, why don't you forget about this nonsense? Can't you find Jesus Christ?
No.
Are you not religious?
My sister's kind of like pressing it on me too much, and I've just found so much two-faced to it, and I just can't, follow that.
It's not a science like that astrology is. All right, so can you figure out, can you chart your life out with this, John?
I'm not that experienced.
All right. Forget about this nonsense. Where are you working now?
Fast food.
Okay. Here's your job. Get out of the fast food industry.
Oh, I already know that.
Okay. Well, so you don't need to talk to an astrologer to figure that one out, right?
Yeah.
All right, John. You enough of that nonsense. You want to take a few more stabs at my sign?
Leo.
No.
I'm
I think it was one of the signs he said he knew well, too.
Yeah.
I'm not good guessing on reverse.
It's one of the signs you knew well, though.
Huh?
It's one of the signs you know well.
I know. Well, you're kind of mixed. You're like all over the place.
Well, I asked you which ones you knew, and it was one of those. So name one of those.
You're a Libra?
No.
Gemini.
Yes. Yes, it's oh my God. This guy's
uncanny.
He's Nostradamus.
Clairvoyant.
You put yourself down then.
That is amazing. Now, what are the traits of Gemini?
Huh?
What are the Gemini traits?
They're known for having a lot of girlish traits.
Really?
Ah.
Oh, believe me, if you could see my ass, you'd throw away that astrology book. I'll tell you that right now. All right, John. Yeah, that's me. I'm practically a woman, Drew.
I've been meaning to talk to you.
Yeah. With all the pornography and building. It's really just like it's a woman's life I lead.
And model airplanes.
Right. Oh, every time I go out to that Sepulveda Basin where they fly the model airplanes, there's hundreds of women. You can barely find a guy.
You're gay.
You know how many women there are? There are 3 pissed off chicks who are sitting in the car listening to Dr. Laura while their drunken husbands fly the model airplanes. All right, we're going to take ourselves a break. The Kottonmouth Kings are here. We'll bring them in the studio. Drew is in Seattle. I apologize for the delay, and we'll be back with more Loveline after this.
You have 5 seconds.
Loveline with Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew.
2.
Back in a minute.
1.
Hey there, it's Loveline. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Fax number 310-854-4455. The Kottonmouth Kings are here. X,
yeah, what's up,
Mecca, D-Loke, and Pakalika.
Pakalika, the visual assassin.
Yeah, he doesn't talk, but Mecca does the talking for him. I got to tell you, Not since the Insane Clown Posse have I seen a group like this. I got to tell you, at least visually.
ICP, huh? Yeah. We did some tours with them.
Yeah, they're fun guys. They're a little bit scary.
Hey, it's no joke.
And they never took that those Mexican wrestling masks off the entire time they were sitting here in the studio.
You should see their fun house, man. It's worse. They got wrestling. They got the whole shebang.
Listen, those guys were sitting in here, and I was scared of them. I couldn't imagine going out with them. But the Kottonmouth Kings, I was saying to a friend of mine today, I know K-Rock plays you guys, and I know you guys from K-Rock, but I knew about the Kottonmouth Kings for some time before they were played on K-Rock, and I realized how I know someone at a record label. She gave the CD to my girlfriend, and my girlfriend was playing the hell out of this like 7 months ago.
Yeah.
And she was saying, listen to these guys, and I was thinking, God, I know those guys from somewhere, and now it's all coming back to me. So I think what we should do is I think we should hear something from the Kottonmouth Kings before we even get started with the interview or anything like that.
Let's hear Spies. Let's hear Spies. Track number 7, Spies.
Yeah, is it clean?
Oh, yeah, that's the clean one.
Can we do it?
That's
all
the
right.
clean one. Track number 7, Spies.
All right, wait a minute.
My old neighborhood.
Wait a minute. Don't dedicate it yet, because I think we're going to hear Dog's Life first, and then we'll play Spies in the second hour, because Mike's already
Hey,
got
we
it
were
queued
just
up.
as shocked as you were. K-Rock was playing the Kottonmouth Kings. I mean, blowing smoke rings, smoking that good green bud, Buddha every day. And, hey, man, we were so high the day we heard on the radio. I was over at D-Lo's house. We were ripping bomb rips, watching porno flicks, and I was just like, what is that on the radio, Lokester?
You got the same life Drew has.
Yeah.
All right, Mike, play the song before he runs out of bong breath, would you? That is the Kottonmouth Kings. Royal Highness is the name of the CD.
Yeah.
We have the Kottonmouth Kings in studio. Drew is in Seattle. Drew?
Is he sounding better?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
I've been convinced him to tighten up the delay a little bit.
Fantabulous.
Yes. This is what it's usually like when we're together, when we are apart like this.
Yeah, I know. Mike's very passive-aggressive. We're going to have to get some drug testing.
So what, is that Dr. Drew in the headphones?
Yeah.
Who is it?
Yeah, Dr. Drew is in Seattle. He wishes he could be with you here tonight.
Doctor.
Sleepless in Seattle.
The doctor.
And let me
tell you, folks, hey, he should call my girl Sabrina up there in Seattle. She gives incredible oral sex up there. I'll hook you up, Dr. Drew, if you just call in right now.
It would be an honor to have Drew receive oral sex from your girlfriend, wouldn't it?
Hey, man, share the wealth, you know what I'm saying?
You wouldn't look at that as cheating, would you?
No.
He's a physician, for Christ's sake. All right, David.
Hey, what's up?
What's going on? You're 40 years old.
Oh, yeah, way up there.
You're on with the Kottonmouth Kings.
Hello, Kottonmouth King.
What's up, David? How you doing, baby?
Hey, what's up?
Pulling loads, huh? Late night.
Hey, I like that sound you guys got.
Oh, that's the scratching the surface, but thanks, man. Appreciate it. Got a record called Royal Highness out in stores right now, 18 tracks. Some of the psychedelic hip-hop, punk rock, a little reggae flavor, whatever you got, whatever you want, whatever you need. You know, smoking weed.
Yeah, I listen to that bell-bottom rock, you know.
Oh, right on. I love Leonard Skinner.
Hey, Adam.
Yeah.
What's up with, bagging on the postal workers and the military guys?
Oh, I don't mind postal workers. No, I don't.
Hey, man, there's someone in the studio at the gun. What?
I'm glad.
Hey.
I'm glad we have a military, but it's kind of a last resort for many.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But they pay for all my college education. I'm working on.
Adam, how did you miss the military?
I should have won.
Yeah.
I mean, I was really a likely candidate for it. I barely graduated high school. I didn't go to college. I had nowhere to go. I just got into carpet cleaning. I should have gotten into the military. At least I'd have health insurance now.
Yeah, they pay pretty good.
What?
But I went in there. I was in for 12 years. They paid for all my college education, and then I got out, worked a couple odd jobs, worked a lumber yard, and then I got on with the post office, and I like my job. I'm not pissed off at anybody, you know.
Yeah, not yet. You'll snap soon. Hey, is the military still paying for everything?
Yeah. The medical, everything. You know, if you got a family, they pay a ton of money.
Hey, you know what? I tell you, my whole thing is I would make the stipulation that if you're in the military and you don't see any action, we're not going to pay for your grandkids 70 years from now. I know guys who are in the military, they've been out for 15 years, and they're going in getting, like, Propecia treatments and stuff, and Uncle Sam is paying for everything.
Hey.
And there wasn't even a war going on for the 4 years you were in.
Hey, some of the biggest drug smugglers I know are in the military.
Really?
Yeah, does a great service.
You guys are for legalization of marijuana, aren't you?
The only thing I'm not for is if they did legalize it, all my friends would be out of work, you know, so I'm kind of on the fence on that one.
Brian.
Legalize it.
Yeah.
You're 16. What's going on?
Well, hi. I just wanted to talk about that caller you had earlier, talking about how her mom is trying to force her to go over to her house and stay there instead of going over to Dad's.
Decide by the time she's 14.
Right.
Yeah. Well, I came from a divorce, and, you know, Dad was kind of saying that's not how it kind of happens. When the divorce happens, judge looks it over, decides which parent's best, and if both of them are the same, they get joint custody, which is what sounded like what she had. What actually sounded what her mom was trying to do was trying to say, you know, come over to and stay at my house, or else, you know, I just cut you off completely, which is, you know...
Hey, Brian?
Brian, did she breastfeed?
Brian, I don't want to live in the past. We're all right.
Yeah.
Okay? You have a question?
No.
Okay. Thanks.
Bye.
Hey, Drew.
Yeah.
What's going on tonight?
I'm telling you.
Is it is it extra super weird? I got to contact Ty because the Kottonmouth Kings are in here.
It's Spun Day today, I think. I think it's Spun Day all around.
There's some kind of weird kinetic energy going on with the calls, or maybe it's me. Should I blame myself, Drew?
No, that's the calls, I'm telling you. First it was the delay driving us both crazy, and then the calls came.
Okay, let's see if Chris will help us out.
What's Chris got going?
Did you understand our last caller?
He lost me. He lost me.
Chris?
Hi?
Hey, Chris.
You're 26. What's going on?
Hey. Hey, what's up, Kottonmouth Kings?
What's up, Chris?
What up, Chris?
Where are you from, Chris?
I'm from Victoria. It's in Canada.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
He's up here with us in the rain.
Yeah. So I had a kind of an anecdote and a question.
Sure.
First, the anecdote was concerning the show. Actually, I'm a pretty big fan. I've been listening to it for a while. When I first discovered the show, I was dating this girl. She was really quite amazing. She was really good looking, really intelligent. She was actually one of these girls that was like kind of almost too good. You know, I walked down the street, and the other guys would always be checking her out and stuff. And then kind of.
So, Chris, there's a such thing as too good for a girl?
Well, you know, I don't know.
Hey, man, if the guys aren't checking out the chick you're with, something's wrong here, you know what I'm saying?
Feel proud, you know?
Yeah,
Feel proud
represent, baby.
There's more going on than that, I guess. But I guess the catalyst with our breakup was actually listening to Loveline.
Uh-oh.
Because at night, you know, the hour is 10 to 12, you know, when we're supposed to be having some, you know, good love, and I'd be listening to the show. I'd be getting really engrossed, you know, and then she'd start rustling the sheets, you know, and I'd be like, stop it. I wanted to, you know, check out the show.
All right, that's not the reason you guys broke up.
And, well, it was the catalyst.
Adam
If it is, he needs his testosterone levels checked.
Or at least stimulating you too much, your lady, huh?
Well,
you should have been hitting that knee deep, night in, night out, or no wonder she bounced on you.
I was doing that for a while. There's other things happening, but I think it's a pretty legitimate warning.
All right.
Maybe she knows pocket leak.
The love line when you're going out with a significant other. And also, I think after she listened to it a while, she realized I was kind of a screwball.
What's your question there,
It took me 30 seconds to realize that.
That's why she dumped him, because she learned something from our show and realized this guy's a mess and moved on.
Well, that's part of it.
What's your question, Screwball?
Okay, my question is, I'm wondering, the other thing that keeps you up at night, why on earth is it that men have nipples?
Drew, do you have an answer to that?
Some have even more than two. All mammals have a nipple line.
Really?
They do?
Yeah.
What about dude mammals in the animal kingdom?
Same.
Really?
Look at your dog.
Dude mammals.
Well, I don't have a dog. My dog died, Drew. Why do you have to bring my dog up? And what am I going to do? Check my dog for nipples?
Hey, Chris.
You realize how twisted that is?
Chris, just the mere fact that you're worrying about men's nipples means we need a new caller in here. We got problems up here.
Listen, they're for piercing and to chafe against your wetsuit when you've been on your longboard for too long.
Yeah.
That's my best guess on the nipples for guys. How stoned are you guys right now? You guys totally stoned?
I'm feeling kind of irie.
Hey, when you get stoned all the time, you can just do anything you want stoned, right? You just go through your life stone. I mean, you could do needlepoint stone. You could go surfing stone. You could probably you could like
dazed and confused.
You could defuse a bomb stone.
Hey, stoned is the way of the walk.
Twyla?
Twilight.
Twilight, what's up, girl? You sound like a mystical princess.
Twilight?
Yeah.
All right, you're 22.
Mm-hmm.
Is that your real name?
Yes, it is.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm up from Canada, if that answers anything.
That feels good up there.
What's your question?
Well, my question is, and it's for real, my sister called me from a different province, and because she lives in Alberta, I live in British Columbia, and she said that she walked in on my dad, and he was masturbating.
Cool.
And he was doing this in my mom's bedroom in their bathroom.
Good thing it wasn't your room, huh?
Oh, I don't live with him. Yeah, but it is a good thing. I'd kick him in the nuts if he did that.
You got a videotape of it?
No videotape.
He didn't have any of your old stuffed animals around, like a shrine, like around the toilet or anything, did he?
No.
Okay. Yeah. So she walked into the bathroom and he was masturbating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she called me.
Did he hit a nut or what?
Pardon me?
Did he hit a nut or what?
I don't know. But she was pretty upset when she called me. But my question is, should I tell my mom about what my sister saw? Because my mom is not as understanding as Adam's girlfriend.
Well, if your mom was understanding, he wouldn't be masturbating in the first place. Yeah, tell her. Come on. Send a film down at 11.
How old is your sister?
16.
Oh, who cares? She can get over that.
Well, I guess so, but it was always such a big thing in our family that my dad did this. Like, my mom was open about it ever since we were young, that my dad did this, so she'd be horrified if I told her that my sister saw her.
Yeah, but...
Saw him.
All right, she'd be horrified, so don't horrify her.
All right.
Leave her alone.
I'm not sure she would be so horrified. They'd been preparing you for this possibility for a long time.
I guess so, but she was just...
I mean, most parents do not discuss the self-stimulation with their kids.
Well, I'm just talking to me about it because she was so disgusted by it, like I said.
Twyla, masturbation is a 100% natural and healthy thing for a man to do. Pat your dad on the back and say, Dad, come stroke one over at my house someday.
It's funny.
She'll do.
It's funny that they've been preparing her for this moment like it was a living trust or something, you know. One day we're not going to be here to take care of you kids, so you'll have to fend for yourselves. And they gave that same speech, but for jacking off. It's bizarre. Drew, you never had that speech with your kids, have you?
No, but you better take some notes.
Hey, Twyla, you guys Catholic?
You want me to come over there and give them a tongue? Oh, hold on. Let me get Twilight back on. Twilight?
Yeah?
You Catholic?
I am, but my family's not.
Okay. Oh, is that why you want to rat him out?
You got the guilt.
It's not that I want to rat him out. I just want to talk to my mom about it. So.
All right, hold on.
Well, if you want to talk to your mom, But
no.
Just talk, well, if she wants to talk about
Hold on. Let me figure out it. Are your parents hippie parents?
They were, yeah.
They're hippie parents. That's why you're Catholic, right?
The name Twilight.
See, that's right. Okay, hold on a second, Drew.
Yeah,
I know you're right behind me on this one.
Yeah.
Here's how the world works. This is why it's an effed up place. When you're hippie parents and you name your kid Twilight, and you talk about whacking off all the time, they become born again Christians.
Oh.
When you're a born again Christian family and you try to force religion down the throats of your kids, they become pagans. They get multiple piercings and they sacrifice goats and they start ska bands.
Ska bands.
You understand?
I understand.
Do you understand that, Drew?
You're right. I'm right behind you.
Now that she's born again, she's pissed off at her folks for being a hippie parents, and that's why she wants to rat out Papa.
Actually, there were some studies
that
showed
amazing analogy.
That showed about 3 or 4 years ago that the highest probability of turning out punk is having hippie parents.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But well, Drew, don't crap on my good points.
No, it's part of your good. It's part of your theory.
No, it is not.
You are my teacher.
All right, hold on one more second. Twilight.
Yes.
Don't tell your mom. Leave her alone. I know you have
sister about it?
No, she's 16. She walked in on Dad whacking off.
Well,
it's
what if
all
she wants to talk with her mom? Plus, mom should lament her hippie ways.
Yeah, you're
pissed. She should realize they have consequences.
You're pissed at your parents for being hippies?
Not at all. No.
Huh?
Not a problem.
Not a problem?
No.
You sounded pissed a few minutes ago.
No.
Dad whacking one off shouldn't be a problem,
jumping on me. I'm just trying to tell you how it was.
Did they smoke a lot of weed in front of you?
No, never.
Really? Then they weren't real hippies.
No.
Okay.
We just kind of live on the West Coast, so fall into the trend, I guess. But,
right.
Adam, I got one more thing to say to you. Up here, we're always, listen to the radio a lot, and your clip of the, what was that, Mountain Dew you did? Yo, go get me some dew. Or we listen to it all the time up here. It does you no justice.
My world's caving in on me
Adam,
tonight.
who is managing your career, for Christ's sake?
You're the manager you got me hooked up with, you idiot. Kiss my ass. Hey, Drew, let me ask you a serious question, Drew.
Yeah.
Whose manager is our manager?
What?
Who knew him first?
Kennedy.
All right, who knew him second?
Me.
Okay, then who knew him years after you'd already began a relationship with him?
You.
Okay, so stop asking that question then, you jack off.
I'm not being serious about it, for Christ's sake, but it seems like there have been some... You're the one that takes the jobs.
Yeah, legalized masturbation.
Right. All right. Drew, are you done? Are you done? Can we move on, or do we have to make it an extra special weird night tonight? It can't just be super weird. It's got to be super duper freaky weird tonight.
What's going on in front of you?
All right, we're going to take a break. Let me just explain to everybody, about once every... It hasn't happened in a long time, has it, Drew?
No, it's been about 9 months.
About twice a year, maybe 1.5 times a year, we have a weird show. There's weird energy. Not bad, not negative, just weird.
It's a weird energy show.
Feels like everything you said is being piped back and you're hearing it in a delay.
Feels like Dad's masturbating in your room. Or
you know what? You know when you talk to one of your grandparents
like
on the phone,
everything
you said is being piped back, and you're hearing it in a delay. All right, now I'm going to kill you, Mike. You ever talk to one of your grandparents long distance when you're a kid? Hi, how you doing?
Slap back.
And it's kind of weird and it's distant. You can never figure out what they're saying, and they don't know what you're saying.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
This is worse than that.
Okay, Drew, hang tight. The Kottonmouth Kings are here. We'll take a break. We'll be back.
Loveline. Be right back in a minute.
Can we talk here for a second?
They are treading water in a sea of retarded sexuality.
Loveline. Exclusively on Tucson's New Rock. 92.1 KFMA.
This is Violent J. And this is Shaggy 2 Dope from the Insane Clown Posse. And you're listening to Loveline with Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew.
That is the Insane Clown Posse.
Just to add to the extra super weird night.
Hey, those are my dogs. What up, Shags? What up, Jay?
ICP, baby.
Yeah.
The Kottonmouth Kings are here tonight. Royal Highness is the name of the CD. We'll hear something else off that in the 11 o'clock hour. And until then, we'll get back to the phones. Arnold.
Hey, what's up?
You're 30. What's going on?
Just want to say what's up to the Kottonmouth Kings.
What's up, Arnold? What's up, baby?
Just wanted to ask you, Adam, if you're the one who's doing Mr. Bertram in the morning.
I've been known to do it, yeah.
Is that you?
It could be, yes.
Okay.
I don't want to divulge too much.
Ouch.
I want to ask you, and I want to say what's up with those guys.
That's it?
Yeah.
Oh, all right, Arnold.
Thanks
What's
for
up?
calling,
Where
dog.
you calling from, Arnold?
Yeah, why not? Super weird. All right.
Where you at? Where you at?
I'm at work right now. Still working.
Well, what city? What state? Where are you?
L.A.
Oh, right on. Right on.
Have you seen the Kottonmouth Kings?
Yep.
Did you go to the show at the House of Blues?
No, I went to the Roxy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, right on.
Brad X.
Yeah. That's right. That's right. You know that's straight, Arnold. You know what I mean? Hey, are you circumcised?
Something like that.
Okay. Do you ever use the Chinese brush? You know what the Chinese brush is? Prolongs your erection. I recommend one joint of Chinese brush, all right? Call your girlfriend tomorrow.
What is
Tell
the
her I said,
Chinese
"What's up?"
brush?
Chinese brush is... do you know what the Chinese brush is, Arnold?
No, I don't know what it is.
Arnold, do you know what that is?
Yep.
Well, explain to listeners what the Chinese brush is.
It's a secret. Brad knows all about it.
All right, Chinese brush is an ancient Chinese secret. You wrap this stuff around the bottom of your shaft, and it keeps your erection... lasting for hours.
It's just a twist tie from a garbage
twist
bag,
tie,
right?
Something like that. You know, it's like this little waxy material.
Adam, have you ever heard about this stuff called the stone?
I'm glad I don't need that because my beautiful lady keeps me up.
Arnold, is that a freckle in your eye?
What are you asking? Yeah?
You ever heard of something called the stone?
No.
Something you get in Jamaica, apparently.
I had to pee one out.
And what do you do with it?
And you ask Wayne about it sometime, Native Wayne. It's I have no idea what it is, but he claims it works. It's some weird stone that you put water over and then rub on yourself. And
yeah, but this is just about holding the blood in the shaft, right?
Oh, yes.
I think it desensitizes the penal shaft.
Yeah, but you could do that with fishing string, right?
Fishing string. I've never tried that one.
All right. Jeff?
Oh, a quick slip knot on there.
Jeff? Jeff?
Hey.
Hey, you're 19. What's going on?
Hey, what's up?
Hey, what's the
up,
question?
Jeff? What's up?
My name is Jeff.
Jeff.
I got a problem.
All right.
I'm 19, an alcoholic, and I got a girl who likes me, but I don't know how to ask her out.
Jeff, you got to turn your radio down.
Jeff.
All right.
You said you're an alcoholic, Jeff?
Yeah, I mean, right now I'm drunk. I'm not drunk, but I'm buzzing pretty nicely happy.
Why don't you get into some recovery and deal with the alcoholism before you worry about a relationship?
I mean...
Yeah, but then you won't have the guts to ask her out.
When I'm sober, we're totally driving around. I mean...
Jeff, get some balls, Jeff.
Please.
Grow up and be a
Hold on
man,
second.
bro.
We're totally driving around. We're having a whole lot of fun. We're not doing anything wrong at all. We're not having sex or anything.
Are you drinking and driving?
What are you drinking?
Well, you're doing. Hey, if you're not having sex, you're doing something wrong. Okay, Jeff?
Before at my place, I'm just totally. I'm with two good friends of mine. I'm not a complete alcoholic. I don't drink every day.
This guy is an asshole.
I'm an asshole. You.
Heard out of there? You did? He said screw it. Listen, it's hard to make a case for not being an alcoholic when you're drunk discussing your alcoholism on a radio show. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel you.
I mean, you certainly make a more compelling argument when you're not drunk. For alcoholism, that is. Hey, Drew?
Yeah.
Does it just keep getting weirder?
Indeed it does.
Valen?
Yeah?
You're 16.
Yeah.
What's going on? Let's keep the weirdness alive.
Yeah, why not?
I have an actual normal question, though, so I'm sorry.
No, we forget it. We don't want to talk to you.
Go ahead.
Oh, come on. All right. Well, first of all, I wanted to say what's up to the Kottonmouth Kings. I saw them Saturday night. One of the fashions I saw.
What's up?
Where? The Galaxy?
Yeah.
Did you do a stage dive?
No, my friend Ben tried to throw me up there, but I'm 5'1", so I'm kind of little.
That was a crazy show, wasn't it?
It was so sweet. It was one of the best shows I ever saw.
Yeah, that was an amazing show. We want to say a big shout out to everyone who came out and saw the Kottonmouth Kings this weekend. It was just a crazy weekend.
What's your question?
Oh, and real quick, dude, you got like 1,000 chicks from El Dorado and Valencia that are all over you, dude. They want to jump you so bad. It's crazy.
See, Drew, we are going.
That's what it's all about, isn't it?
All right.
Even the normal call can't resist being weird.
Right.
Yeah, because, I mean, dude, I'm like from the same city. Gotta say shout-outs. All right, I'm a junior right now in high school.
Where'd you go, El Dorado?
No, Valencia.
Yeah, Valencia High.
Hey, you know Will Perry?
Yeah.
All right, hold
Sweet
on.
Dick Willie. Sweet Dick Willie's a porn star from Valencia High. That's why we bring him up. That's great.
Valen, spit your question out, please.
All right, sorry. My freshman and sophomore year of high school, I smoked a lot of weed. I did some acid, did other stupid crap, and I stopped for about 6 months, like the last year, and I started slacking hardcore, like in school. Like, I don't know, I couldn't keep up anymore. And then, like, these last couple months, I started smoking weed again, and it had a complete reverse effect. Like, I'm doing better in school. I'm losing weight. I'm more alert. I'm more upbeat. I'm more happy.
Sounds to me like you're in denial.
Weed keeps you on point. You know what I mean?
It like relaxes me and allows me to.
That depression you were feeling when you were off it will eventually start happening while you're on it.
But it wasn't. I've actually had depression since like 6th grade.
Yeah.
And I've gone to a psychologist. She didn't help at all. She was like, yeah, acid's good to do. It doesn't hurt you at all. I was like, yeah, okay, as long as it's a conspiracy. That didn't help at all. But it
Oh, my
had
God.
a complete reverse effect on me. Like, is there any... Because the only thing is I'm having a lot more fun and I'm doing better.
Listen, the reason people smoke pot is because they feel better on it. The problem is it stops not working after a certain period of time, and then you get into big trouble.
You mean it stops working?
It starts not working, it stops working, and then you start feeling like you did when you were off it, only worse.
All right, but she's got 10 years before that kicks in, so it's working right now.
Yeah, and the other question I had is what are the repercussions of doing NOS?
Doing what?
NOS, nitrous oxide. little stuff in the balloons besides.
Do they call it NOS now?
Well, I tell you what.
You buy it at all the backyard parties, huh?
I tell you what, Balin.
Little dust-off cans.
I had a couple of friends die doing NOS in their car. You know what I mean? A couple of years ago after one of this club. So just be careful. Any of that kind of stuff, you know what I mean? Use your judgment. Don't abuse that stuff because it will abuse you.
What happened? What happened to your friends? What was the story?
They were in a pickup truck coming back from a rave, an all-night rave, and they had a NOS tank in the back, and they're hitting that NOS tank, and they let the valve go inside the cab of the truck with all the windows rolled up, and they just they died, you know, they died.
Is if like if you went to the dentist, they put it on you and never took it off.
Yeah, exactly. Just went to sleep and never woke up.
Hey,
that's one way you can die. There are other ways you can die.
Hold on a second. We got to take a break. We'll come back with the Kottonmouth Kings, and we'll get into this because it's kind of interesting after this.
Loveline with Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew. The phone number's 1-800-LOVE-191.
We'll be right back.
On 92.1 KFMA.
All right, we're going to take a quick 10-second station identification, and we'll be back with more Loveline in just 10 seconds.
This is Loveline on radio station.
Illegal broadcasters. 92.1 KFMA, Green Valley, Tucson.
All right, we're here with Kottonmouth Kings. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Forget about the fax number. Royal Highness is the name of the CD. We'll hear something else off of that real soon. Sponge play difficulties, Drew?
Yep.
All right. And you're there until the end of the week, right?
That's right. Bruce will be filling in on Wednesday and Thursday for me.
Oh,
Ann's not there tonight.
Do you want to explain the harvesting process?
Do you think we should?
Yeah. Well, now that you brought it up, I gotta say, producer Ann said to me when I said to her last night, hey, I'll see you tomorrow. She said, I will not be in here tomorrow. And I said, why? What are you doing tomorrow? And she said, I got stuff to do. And I have learned that when women say, I got stuff, don't ask any follow-up questions because it has something to do with eggs or harvesting or fallopian tubing or a period or a hysterectomy. There's something going on in the vagina, and you don't want to know about it.
And there you go. That's what's happening.
Or there could be other men involved.
So if she didn't want to tell me, Drew, I'm guessing she doesn't want to talk about it on the radio.
Yeah.
But whatever the case is, guys, I'll give you a tip right now. If a lot of you are listening to the show, you're younger guys, you're 17, 18 years old, once in a while, one of your friends' moms goes to the hospital or something, don't ask. When they say she's going in for a procedure, don't get into it because it's something with the vagina. And it starts getting uncomfortable and weird.
It starts getting real sticky down there.
Isn't that true, Drew?
Yep.
I was saying to someone earlier today, if I were a chick and I had a male boss, I'd probably just show up every other day. And each time I would say to him, listen, I have business of a personal nature today. And he would never ask.
Never ask.
He doesn't want to get in and out. Now, if a guy tries to pull that crap, it's like, where are you going, Stu? I'm not going to be in tomorrow. F that. Yes, you are.
You got two trucks to unload.
What's going on? Yeah, you would ask a guy, wouldn't you, Drew?
Oh, yeah.
But if a woman says, I have things to do, you wouldn't follow that up, would you?
No.
Just, hey, take a couple days off, whatever you need. All right, so it's back to the phones we go. I'm trying to find a decent call here.
There's just some sex calls out there.
Yeah, I'm looking for one. Oh, yeah? All right, hold on a second. You read the screen for me, would you, Scott?
Yeah.
I mean, just keep an eye out for me. Scott, you're 22. What's going on?
Hey, Adam, what's up?
Hey.
Got a question for Drew.
Yeah.
Me and my girlfriend were having sex, and I started coming, and then I pulled out, and then I plugged the tip up.
Well, you started coming, then you pulled out?
Well, I knew.
You held the tip?
Yeah.
That's nice.
Is that going to cause any problems?
Why'd you do that?
Why doesn't one get her pregnant?
It's less messy and everything,
Yeah.
It came out anyway, though, right?
Well, eventually, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, listen, if you do that, one of your eyes will shoot out of the socket.
Well, yeah, see, I was afraid.
You can't plug your penis up when you're having an orgasm.
Spray the nut in her face.
Well, yeah, that's a good idea, but one of the fears I had was maybe my sack was going to blow up or something.
No. Did it hurt?
No, it doesn't. I don't feel no pain at all.
You didn't hurt? Wasn't uncomfortable when this happened?
No.
All right. It's not a healthy thing, obviously, to do to the plumbing down there, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to hurt you.
Listen, anytime your body starts doing something and then you cut it off, whether it's sneezing, vomiting, crapping, peeing, coming, whatever it is, you cut it off halfway into it, it's not good for your body because your body's going.
Hey, Scott.
Yeah.
Scott.
You know, it's like throwing a car in reverse when you're going 60 miles an hour. It's not good for the transmission.
Channy's dropping, brother.
That's
hey,
right.
Scott, are the reason you're doing this because you're trying to, like, prolong your coming or something? Your ejaculation?
Not really, no. It's just
Just get a towel, man. It works, you know.
I say just spray nut in her face next time.
This
well,
is
no, see, I already got a kid. I don't want another one.
This is birth control.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but you weren't using contraception in the first place, right?
Actually, yes, I was.
What were you using?
Just latex.
You got a condom on.
But you pulled out and closed it and pulled it with a latex? Come
So
on, something's
why-
missing here, Scott.
Hold on, let me work.
I don't know. Scott.
Let me work Scott for a minute. Scott, there's no way you're wearing a condom.
Thank you. No, yes,
Why are you asking this question if you have a condom on? Then?
Well, no, I don't now. I don't use one now, but at the beginning, before my son and everything.
But when you plugged the tip, did you have a condom on?
No.
No.
Oh, that's okay.
All right, hold on. Let me yell at Scott. Just everyone, please be quiet. Let me yell at Scott.
Go ahead.
Scott, don't lie to us.
No, I'm not lying.
No, yes, you are lying because we asked you if you're using birth control, and you're going back 4 years to the time you used a condom your sophomore year of high school. We're asking now, jackass.
No, I don't.
Okay, you already have a kid. What are you thinking?
Hey, first of all, I'm talking to Drew here.
No, you're not. We're a package. You get Drew, you get me, and the hand.
All right, and the Kottonmouth Kings, right?
And the Kottonmouth Kings.
Better take her, get the morning after pill immediately because the pre-com is even more likely to get her, as much, if not more likely to get her pregnant.
Yeah.
That's why you can't do the withdrawal method. It does not work.
It doesn't work.
All right, and aren't you having a hard enough time with the kid you have?
No, man.
You're not?
No.
You're working, you got tons of money, everything's good.
Well, tons of money. I don't know about that, but...
Well, where are you working?
Glass company.
Okay.
Do you guys make glass bongs there?
Hey, we could, maybe for you guys.
Right on, Scott.
All right.
Zong bongs, baby.
Scott's just a jack off. I mean, look at this. He's already got a kid. He's not married. He's 22. He's barely making any coin. And he's doing the pull-out in spray technique. Not only is he going to get her pregnant, but he's going to get, like, the neighbor pregnant, too, with his techniques.
Clipped.
There's some, like, 15-year-old chick sleeping with her legs akimbo on a hot night in the cot. And he's got the window open, and she gets a shot of Scott, too. And then he tries to jack us around by going back to before his kid was even around when he used a condom one time. Oh, please. It is pathetic. Scott, you're going to get her pregnant again. How do you think you got her pregnant the first time? And if you don't want to have a kid, the pull-out and spray technique, Drew?
Yeah.
Why am I the only one disgusted at this? Shouldn't you be joining in?
I'm overwhelmed.
All right. Pat.
Hey, what's up, P-Town Ballers?
What's up, PT?
What's up, big PAT, baby? Yeah.
Rolling 3 deep in LC.
You know how we roll. Burns, D-Lo, and the crew.
Yeah. Okay, is that D in there?
Yeah, D-Lo right here. What's popping, son?
Is Saint there, though?
Saint might be getting a blowjob in the bathroom right now. I don't know where he's at. I don't know where he is.
Big shout-outs to wherever you're at, dog.
Well, I've been...
Saint, dog, give us a call. Where are you?
Give us a call, dog.
Yo, I've been down since Stoner's Wreaking Havoc. I saw that in the mall. I picked that right up, and I could not stop listening.
Right, that's an EP we have out. Yeah, 5-song EP. But that's no longer impressing. So if you got that, it's a limited collector's edition.
I got the one in the plastic, and I got the one in the paper.
Right on, save that.
How did you come up with the idea for Pakalika to wear his mask?
No one came up with that idea. Pakalika is a sexually indulgent, crazy he's probably like if you could see him right now, he's got this beautiful, sexy, huge breasted woman on his lap right now. He's in his mask. He's got a rock hard.
I've seen them in the catalog that you.
Yeah, they haven't stopped making out the entire show.
Yeah. Pakalika, why don't you have Mecca explain why the mask?
Pakalika doesn't talk, but Mecca does the speaking for Pakalika when her tongue is not in Pakalika's mouth. Mecca, can you hear?
Here it comes. Here it comes, Pat.
All right.
The answer to the $1 million question: why the mask?
Why not?
Oh, hold that for why?
All that for why not?
Christ. All right, Pat.
Hold on, I got more. I'm on your street team also.
Oh, right on.
And I saw you before Royal Highness came out here. I'm up in Seattle right now.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, and
You're at Dr. Drew's house right now? You guys smoking out together or what?
Yeah.
I sparked the bowl earlier with him, you know.
Right on.
But Dr. Drew, I'm going to be at Northwest Afternoon on the 10th.
Oh, yeah, Wednesday, right?
I'll be sporting my Kottonmouth Kings shirt. Will you?
Yeah.
All right, I'll look for you. We're doing a TV show on Wednesday afternoon.
I'll be standing up asking a question or something.
You are?
All right, I know.
Hey, keep representing.
Hey, Pat, you there?
No, I just.
Pat, I got some things to say to you. We're fine.
Hey, Pat, last thing to say, just so check it out, man. We got the Hidden Stash coming out. It's coming out. We have 12 songs on it. That's coming out on the Underground Tip, Straight Suburban North. So be on the lookout for that one, all right?
All right, Pat.
Peace.
Hey, Adam, who was that band that was so neutralized by pot?
That'd be Cypress Hill.
Cypress Hill, that's right.
Yeah.
This is the up-and-coming version of that.
That's a good thing. Drew, yeah, by the time you're done with that, Pat, he's going to be into like John Tesh, right, Drew?
We about John Denver.
All right. You got another call picked out, X?
Yeah, I like this one right here.
All right.
I like April.
April.
Guys, how you doing?
You're 28. What's going on?
Hey, when my husband and I first got together about 5 years ago, he had a whole list of things that he wouldn't do for me in bed. That was disappointing at the time.
Well, then why'd you marry him?
Well, because I love him besides the fact.
What wouldn't
No, you didn't. No. I don't buy marriage.
You guys aren't even letting me get to my...
I am. I just want to know what he wouldn't do before we get to the point. I'm
oral
interested.
sex, for one.
All right.
What?
Because I don't do that.
Okay.
Okay, so he just didn't feel comfortable doing that, and I didn't push it, you know.
Do you trim your muff down there?
Actually, I'm very clean, very good looking, take care of myself well.
So he wouldn't do that. And is there anything else?
No, not really. He's just not, like, overly affectionate in bed. He just doesn't spend a whole lot of time trying to please me. But over the years, it's gotten totally worse. Now he won't even have sex with me, like the standard missionary position, because he says it's uncomfortable. He only wants it, like, from behind. I have to take it from behind.
Oh, April, sounds to me like you need to find out why Pakalika wears a mask, and all your marital problems will be solved, my young lady.
Man, he can get his tongue through there, though. I'll attest to that.
Yeah.
Hey, April?
How come he doesn't want to give anything?
April, hold on a second. You say from behind.
Well, you know, like, he wants me to be on my stomach, basically.
Uh-huh. And he wants to kind of hold you down a little bit?
No, he's not abusive at all. He says it's more comfortable.
Yeah, something's wrong.
Hey, do you believe
Something's very wrong.
Do you believe in a lot of good sex and relationship and
Oh,
quality
yeah.
sex?
It's just gotten worse, that's all.
Hey, April,
well, you need to clip him then.
April, sounds to me like you got a lemon.
What about his history?
Oh, he comes from a really dysfunctional family. His mom and dad don't show each other any love or affection.
Were they abusive, overtly?
Oh, yeah, badly.
Okay. All right, so that's where this is coming from, right?
April. Two things. First off, to everybody, all the potential Aprils out there. A relationship is like a car. If the air conditioning ain't working too good when you're driving it off the lot and it's brand new, it ain't going to work better 5 years from then. It's going to be spewing lava.
Does that apply
out
to
5 years from now?
Does that apply to the transmission also?
The tranny, too.
Sounds to me like the motor didn't even start before she drove this one off
Yeah,
the
but
lot.
Dr. Drew, I don't want to get rid of my marriage just because I'm having some problems.
Yeah, but hold on.
You're not having some problems, honey.
I'm just saying, if things are bad before you get married or in the newlywed stage of the relationship, 5 years down the road, it's always going to be worse.
All right, so she's a codependent. She had to be a fixer, and she got what she wanted. But now she's got to get help doing the fixing because you're not going to be able to do it by yourself, all right?
Right.
Really?
April, you got big problems. I think
April,
you need...
why are you so codependent? What did you go through that made you such a fixer? Alcoholic dad or something?
Yeah, we both came from really dysfunctional families. I try and have a good head on my shoulders.
Yeah, but all our craziness gets exposed during our relationships. That's really where we can see what's going on with people. And in this case, you needed to be codependent. You needed to be fixing this project. You didn't feel worthy of real intimacy, or you didn't know how to achieve real intimacy, and he certainly has no idea how to provide that for you. If he is motivated, you guys maybe can get some help together. You can go to codependency, some codependency group, Al-Anon, CODA, Adult Children Alcoholics, something like that, and work on some recovery. but it's going to take a lot of work for a long time, and that's what you need to do, and that's what you should do if you really want to have this marriage survive.
You got any kids?
Yeah.
So you got to do it.
This might call for an open relationship. Why don't you guys open up the doors? Start swinging a little
No, listen, it's going to be disaster. How many kids do you have?
We each have 2 by a previous marriage and 1 together.
Oh, boy. So there's 5 between the 2 of you? Hey, listen, April, on behalf of the 5 kids, you both got to look into these issues.
How could they possibly afford that with 5 kids?
The biggest issue in marriage. He thinks if we're just like together and care about each other, then that's enough.
Yeah, but
open relationship.
Understand, the bedroom is just a manifestation of a whole bunch of other stuff that's not going right in a relationship, right?
Absolutely.
Have you guys tried visual aids, porno flicks?
Is he on any medication?
No, and
Are you
no.
on medication?
No.
Neither of you on meds right now. Has he been on medication in the past?
No.
Okay.
Spice it up a little, April. Get a porno flick. Get a blow up.
no.
Get a blow up Fred doll.
Listen, as much as I love to rely on pornography as a fix-all,
He doesn't seem to be too interested in anything like that.
no,
He isn't, of course
listen, it ain't the answer. You both have problems from the past, and you got to work on it because you're screwing the kids up, April.
Well, naturally, I want to fix it. That's why I'm calling to find out what I can do to make it
You
more
can't fix it. You can't do it. If you want to fix something, go to ACA, get a sponsor, and work some steps. That's the only thing you can fix is yourself. You can't fix him. If you want to go get some couples therapy, go do it. Take a long time.
Hey, Drew. All right, stepping up. Drew gets pissed when there's 5 kids involved. I know.
Drew.
Oh,
What's that, Drew?
are we ever going to have any laws in this country about
Kitty,
having kids? That these 2 screwballs can have 5 kids. And I don't mean to be cruel, but neither one of them is in good shape. It's like, here's the deal. You can only put so many people on a boat if it's not seaworthy.
Hey.
And these guys are not seaworthy, which is fine if they're just cast adrift alone. But if you start piling passengers onto it, they're going down.
They go down
Surprise them with the dildo and see what happens.
Justin.
Yeah.
No.
Hello, Adam, Drew, and the Kottonmouth Kings.
Justin! How do, big boy? We love you!
Oh, this is great. I have a great, I just love you all, guys.
Right on. Justin, we don't suck.
Oh, it's wonderful. I wish I had some pot. Maybe I'd be less nervous.
Send us Suburban Noise. We take all samples.
All right. Well, anyway, I have this girl that I am way head over heels in love with.
Then why is she calling me?
What's that?
Then
All
why
right.
is she calling me?
Hold on, let me
She's not calling you.
Hold on. Let me talk to the Kottonmouth Kings. Listen to me.
Sorry.
You got to let them spit their horrible question out, or we'll be here all night.
Sorry, Justin.
That's all right. That's not no one's fault. Just a Loveline tip. Justin,
I forgive the Kottonmouth Kings.
just spit it out, brother.
Anyway, well, I have this girl that I'm head over heels in love with. I've known her for 5 years. I've been good friends with her. I want to bring the relationship to the next level. She has a boyfriend right now who she wants to get rid of.
How do you know that?
I don't know what to do right now. I professed my love to her 2 years ago and again last night.
And you're still not with her.
And what did she say when you professed your love last night?
What's that?
What did she say last night?
She told me that it was really great and that we needed to talk some more.
She's not into it.
Not into it.
No way.
She would have been into it 2 years
She
ago,
is
Justin.
not into it, Justin.
Pipe
No way.
dreams, baby.
No.
Pipe
Believe
dreams.
me.
Pipe dreams. Pipe dreams.
Justin, you're a nice guy, and I don't want to burst your bubble, but because I like you,
Yeah, I do fall into that nice guy category.
You're
no
already in the
kidding.
friend category.
Listen, because we, and when I say we, I mean the Kottonmouth Kings, me, and Drew, love you so much, Justin, we will not let you live this lie any longer. You've been
You're gay.
pining. Well, that could be true, too. You've been pining after the same chick for coming on 5 years now. It ain't going anywhere. You've professed your love a number of times. She ain't interested. You can work it any way you want to work it in your mind, but the bottom line is she ain't interested, and you got to start fresh and move on with someone else. I know it doesn't seem like you're going to find anyone else.
That's reality.
But believe me, she's out there.
That's reality.
Yeah.
That's it, Justin.
Well, her boyfriend is also a nude model, which is a hard act to follow.
Yeah.
Oh, Justin, you got no chance.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're screwed.
He's a nude model for a community college, so go.
He's got to be hung like a horse. You know, you don't got a chance in the world.
No
Small
guy's
fry.
going to take his pants off. No guy's going to drop his pants and let 35 junior college students sketch his pecker unless he's hung. There's no way.
And sketching peckers is what it's all about nowadays, Justin.
Oh, geez, what we're paying for at the junior college level. That's all of us paying for that.
Hey, taxes are stealing.
Bunch of stoners sitting around sketching a guy's pecker, and we're paying for it. All right. We're going to take a little break. Kottonmouth Kings are here. Drew is over in Seattle.
And he's disgusted.
He's disgusted at the two of yous and the three of us. And we'll come back, and we'll hear something from the Kottonmouth Kings.
Boat break.
After this.
This is Loveline.
Loveline will be right back.
Hey there, it's Loveline. The Kottonmouth Kings are here tonight. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. We'll take a call and then we'll hear a song. Let's see. All right, I'll take a pot call. When in Rome.
When in Rome.
Tim.
Yes, sir.
What's going on? You're 24.
Yeah. Well, I have a question. I think Drew would be more than qualified to answer. When I was 14 years old, I started getting migraine headaches to the point of, well, I thought I was going to die. They were very, very severe. And when I went to my doctor after I had my first one, he just jumped right out with a question and said, well, do you think you have a brain tumor? Which scared the living heck out of me. And I had quite a few of them as time went on. When I was 17 years old, it was the first time I had an experience with I guess we should say, an illegal narcotic. And since that time, well, let me tell you, it was marijuana. Since that time, I have not had another one. And I'm just wondering if that is what, as well.
How much pot are you smoking?
Well, I don't smoke very much now, hardly at all. It's like an occasional thing when somebody might have it.
So you mean you smoked pot once at 17, your migraine headaches went away?
Yeah.
And they never came back?
Since that point in time, I have never had a migraine headache since.
Right.
They weren't migraines. I don't know what they were, but they weren't migraines.
How do you know they weren't migraines?
It's just not the way migraines work.
Okay.
You mean they come back?
Well, he's not describing migraines either.
Oh, he isn't?
No. Well, do you want me to tell you how or what I was experiencing at the time? Yeah. When the first time I had one, I was at a very, very hard basketball practice. Got very winded. It was very stressful. And I
the whole notion, no matter how severe people's headaches are, they don't say, I thought I was going to die, unless they're having a panic attack. Okay, so I think you're having panic as part of this, if not the whole thing.
Kareem had migraines.
That could have been. The thing is I saw a bunch of floaters, and I got to the point where if I looked at a certain point...
Is that when someone farts, Drew?
Yeah, what's a floater?
I couldn't see it, but
Some other guy on the team broke win.
But I had my peripheral vision, and I could see around it. And then it goes to just a certain point on either side of my skull, and as it progresses, the other side of my body gets completely numb. Then I get nauseous, I vomit, I get just... I mean, you turn on the light, and it just... I feel like I'm going to die. You talk to me in a whisper.
All right, but that was 8 years ago, right?
Well, no, that was 10 years ago. Well, when I had my first one.
Yeah, I know, but you haven't had it since you're 17, right?
Right, okay. That was 8 years ago.
You know what? I'm not going to be able to evaluate this fully over the radio, but this is a very complicated situation.
It's serious.
There is some evidence that certain of the isomers in marijuana smoke may be useful for headache, but would not cause headaches to go in some sort of remission.
Okay.
That I'm aware of.
The thing was at the time, my family doctor did not know what I had. So I went through an MRI, an EEG, and they did find something in my brain. Being so long ago, it was like a clogged blood vessel or something rather minute. So the neurologist and myself he put me through the paces, walking on my heels, touching my nose, kind of like a sobriety test in a way. And he said, well, I don't know what's going on here. So I went in and I believe it's called an equal sound, on my heart and my jugular veins. just because he thought, well, maybe something down there is kicking something up here to cause this, what we found in your brain, causing that, but not necessarily causing what we have classified as migraines. And as time went on, I have met people that have actually had these things, where my family doctor had no idea what this was.
Have had what?
What he's describing.
But he's describing just a series of symptoms. I mean, there's all kinds of things that can cause that.
Okay.
All right, well, listen, Tim. We're glad you're feeling better.
Well, thank you.
And you haven't been to the doctor since?
Well, the neurologist, after all the tests, he said come back in 6 months. Now, I never went back.
Okay, so you haven't been to the doctor since?
No.
Okay, good.
You still don't have a diagnosis, Tim. We don't know what this is.
Okay.
You've got to go back.
Okay. Well,
if you're having embolic TIAs or embolic CVAs, I mean, that is very serious.
It's no joke, man.
What needs to be taken care of.
I guess I'm...
Well, whatever
that's
you
why
described is what it is.
Well, they do the ultrasounds of your heart and carotids is to see if there's any clots migrating from somewhere in your body to the brain. And if they found an occluded vessel somewhere, which may or may not be accurate based on the MRI. Now they have MRAs, too, you can do, and that should be done also.
Okay.
And you don't have a diagnosis. You need a diagnosis. For you to sit around and muse about this is absurd. You need a diagnosis.
Well, okay.
All right, so go back and get a diagnosis, Tim.
Can I ask one more question?
Oh.
That might have some pertinence on this.
All right, quick.
Maybe it doesn't. I have know nothing about business. Or medicine. I'm a business major. When I was born, I was a twin, and I was also a breech. And my twin sister died just a couple hours after birth, and it was a pretty difficult delivery. Now, the reason I bring this up is it was the day that my father and I were driving home from the neurologist's office. He said, well, maybe if things would have went a little different, birth, maybe this had something to do with it.
That's possible, but again, it depends on the distribution of the stroke, as we're talking about.
Anyway, it hasn't happened in 8 years. And I don't think it was the pot, because you probably ate pudding that day, too, but we're not going to chalk it up to that. Chances are, actually, you did eat pudding if you smoked pot, because, it's the next thing you go to after the weed. But anyway, go get yourself checked out. I'm not sure what answer he wants to get out of you, Drew. Are you?
Yeah, he wants to give me his theory on what happened, and it's absurd. He had a complete neuro exam, saw a qualified neurologist who couldn't come up with a firm diagnosis, and in 2 minutes on the radio, I'm going to come up with one.
All right, Go back to a neurologist and get yourself checked out. We're going to hear something from the Kottonmouth Kings off of Royal Highness, which is the name of the latest CD, and this one is called Spies. That would be Spies from the Kottonmouth
Johnny
Kings.
Richter,
Royal Highness.
the humble gods.
That's
on
for
that,
Johnny
baby.
Richter
Humble
right
gods,
there.
yeah.
Wow, that sounds
Yeah.
good.
Richter.
All right. Cottonmouth Kings are here. Royal Highness is the name of the CD, and I think we can get one more call before we go to break. Tina?
Yes?
Hi, you're
Tina.
25. What's going on?
Well, I called to get a little advice.
All right.
Are you making fun of me?
Not yet. Go ahead.
Okay. My mom is 47, and she has been through, 7 marriages.
Wow.
This
Like
latest-
Elvis.
Huh?
She sounds like Elvis.
This latest relationship that she's gotten out of, she's with this ex-con who was just going to make her life so wonderful, and it didn't work out. And I moved her down with me, and now she's in a job, and she seems to be stable. But she's gotten into another relationship, and she's changed her pattern. She's older, or she's dating an older guy now, whereas before she was always dating younger guys.
Yeah.
And I just,
He'll be equally as abusive, I promise.
this older guy,
Sure.
She's been married 7 times?
yeah.
Can't teach old dogs new tricks now.
Although certain personality problems, certain kinds of...
She's kind of obsessive compulsive. She's got a, imbalance somewhere.
Is she alcoholic?
No, not at all.
Really? 7 marriages and sober?
Yeah.
Is she hot?
Yes.
Yeah, Moms, how about you?
Well, no, not anymore.
Was she sexually abused when she was a kid or raped?
Huh?
Was she sexually abused when she was a kid?
My mom? Well, she's never talked about it, but my grandmother was, and my grandmother wasn't the greatest mom. She was very selfish.
I'm sure it happened to her.
Mother.
I'm sure it happened.
Right. Well, I just don't want to see my mom get hurt again.
Do all the relationships end the same way there?
Yeah, it ends up with everything goes good for about a month, and then
and they're married by a month or what?
No. Okay, she goes through these relationships, and then she gets to a point, right? After they get married, and she gets through about a month, and then they just have this big blow up, and nothing's the same after that.
Liz Taylor's listening and laughing her ass off at this.
Maybe that's her mom.
It's funny. It's funny when women, they date younger guys for a while, and then at a certain point they have to jump up to much older guys.
Yeah, this one guy that she was like 3 marriages ago, he was a head trauma patient that she had nursed. She's a registered nurse.
Is she a pervert nurse or what?
No, she's not.
She's a pervert. She's a pervert nurse.
Is she living with you?
No, she's not. My mom's very independent, and she makes a lot of money, and she's really a go-getter as far as a career woman, but she just really sucks at relationships.
Well, just tell her don't get married. Just hang out with these guys. Why she got to tie the knot every time?
Hey, she needs to make sure her car's running good before she drives.
Why don't you buy her a therapist?
That's what I was calling about.
Yeah.
Should I?
It's a little old to make.
It's a little private therapy or group therapy or
individual. Started with just a good individual therapist, but be careful. She'll pick a therapist who's exploitative.
Yes. Next thing you know, she'll be married to him.
Be very careful.
How many times have you been married, Tina?
I've been married once. See, I have issues.
Issues?
I have issues.
Your issue is you got a mom. Kind of wild.
Yeah, I have issues about abandonment.
Sure.
My parents were divorced when I was 6, and I was bumped.
Well, your mom is abandoning by her very makeup, her very nature.
How many kids are in your family?
Just 2. I have a younger brother who's 22, and he's very skittish about relationships also.
7 marriages and just 2 kids, though, huh?
Yeah.
Oh,
well,
that's not bad.
She had her tubes tied after she had my brother. My mom went through 7 pregnancies. I was her 4th, and my brother was her 7th.
What'd she have some miscarriages or something?
Yes. Yeah, she was gestational diabetic, so she couldn't carry.
Really?
So she's at high risk of getting diabetes now, you understand?
Yeah.
She's at higher risk of getting diabetes now, too.
Right. My mom's very selfish, I guess you could say. She's very selfish.
Hey,
Tina,
she's self-absorbed, but she's so self-absorbed because she lives in a world of total emotional chaos and turmoil.
Yes.
If she has a therapist, some of this will settle down. It's a little old for her to be going for any really dramatic changes in her character structure, but sometimes people with these kinds of characterologic issues settle down around the age of late 40,
All right,
50.
but listen, on the other hand, Tina's 25. She's already got a divorce. She's got to move on with her life, and who cares? Why doesn't she just move on? Mama's near 50. This boat is going to make its way to shore eventually, whether it's on the rocks or not.
Maybe.
And it seems like Tina's a little too obsessed and too involved with Mom.
Her whole life has been caretaking Mom. That's all she's been.
I know, but whatever help your mom gets now, you're still not going to feel any better about what she did to you when you're 8 years old.
So just give her unconditional love, Tina.
Don't overdo it.
No.
See her on Thanksgiving and Christmas and call to life.
Yeah.
Listen, all of you, it's sad but true. Sometimes your parents, they're not great people. I mean, they were good enough to hump and bring you into the world, but other than that, they're not great people.
Passion fruit.
And I know it's blood and all that, and everything runs deep, but sometimes you have to just write them off and move on with your life. And Tina is 25 and needs to move on with her life. She's calling a radio show trying to figure out a way to get her mom, who loves cons, into therapy.
Next call.
And her mom is near 50. Just let Mom burn out and move on. You get therapy, Tina. Save the money for you and your therapist.
Send her on Jerry Springer.
All right. We're going to take ourselves a little break. The Kottonmouth Kings are here, and we'll be back after this.
The phone number for Loveline is 1-800-LOVE-191. Loveline, I'll be right back. Loveline on 92.1 KFMA.
Hey there, kiddies. The Kottonmouth Kings are here tonight. Royal Highness is the name of the CD. Let's see if we can plow through a few more calls here.
Yeah.
Tina?
Hello.
You're 17?
Yeah, this is for the Kottonmouth Kings.
Tina, what's up, girl?
Hey, I met you guys, actually, about a couple months ago.
What do you look like? What do you look like? What do you smell like? What do you feel like?
Listen, all right?
Hi.
It was in Chicago. You guys were in Chicago about a couple months ago, right?
Yeah, we were at the Metro, or with the time with
Yeah,
ICP?
at the Metro. See, I met you at Best Buy. You know, when Jerry Springer...
Oh, when Jerry Springer was in the store. Can you imagine? We were in Chicago, just happened to pull to Best Buy to go get some supplies on tour.
Right.
Jerry Springer's doing a book signing in the store. Next thing I know, all hell's breaking loose. Cameras are flying. Things are being thrown. We're being thrown out. No, you remember, was he there or not, Tina?
Yeah.
Tina, were you there to meet Jerry Springer?
Yeah, I was. I didn't meet him, though, because, I don't know, I just didn't want to.
And you ran into the Kottonmouth Kings instead?
Yeah.
Awesome.
I didn't even know who they were until one of you weirdos came up to me. I'm sorry. Instead of
Hey,
talking,
come on, Tina.
I'm sorry. And you know what? We actually went to Olive Garden after that. You remember me now?
Oh, yeah. You're I can't talk. She's under 18. We got to cut this call.
Was she swinging with the band?
We got to cut this call. She's under 18. It can't be discussed over the air.
She's good looking, though, right? You wouldn't have gone up to her and told her you're in a band.
Yeah, Apocalyptica, The Mask. It's the same old story.
See, that's what you do when you're in a band. You just go down, you find out wherever Springer's signing, you go down there and tell them you're in a band. I'm going to do that.
Yeah, hey, but Tina, we're going to be back in the Chicago area with the Two Skinny Jays in late March, early April. So we'll be back in Chicago, in the whole Midwest and the East Coast, all through the late March and April.
They'll meet you at the Dearborn Olive Garden, all right?
See you there.
Nicole?
Yes.
You're 19. What's going on?
I want to say hi, Kottonmouth Kings.
Hi, Nicole.
I
what's
love
up?
you guys.
We love you more than you love us. Trust me.
I'm in love with D-Lo. Just wanted to let you know.
Ooh.
Yeah, he's kind of cute.
Yeah, we just saw you guys on Friday and Saturday.
What was a better show?
I liked Friday better.
Oh.
Even though I ended up getting hurt Friday and Saturday.
Did you get slammed in the pit?
No, I fell down a hill and I hurt my ankle and I got kicked in the face. But it was all worth it.
But you still went back for more the next day, didn't you?
Oh, exactly.
Hey, if you don't feel the Kottonmouth King show the next day, then it wasn't a good show.
Exactly. When are you guys coming back to Orange County after you guys go on tour?
Yeah, not for like April and May. We'll be back in the West Coast area doing shows.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
But you come out and see us somewhere else, man. Everyone needs to pack up like the Grateful Dead and just take your vans and your bud and follow us around the country.
Oh, I know. I wish I had money.
What's your question, Nicole?
My sister and one of my best friends are together now. She's 16 and he's 19.
Yeah.
And he's been with a lot of girls, like a lot. And he usually he's a big player and everything. And I don't know. I'm just looking out for my
Big
sister.
player at 19?
Well,
come on, girl.
Well, I don't know. He is for his age. He's.
Okay. How many chicks do you think he's been with at 19?
I know at least of 11, probably.
He's minor league. If he's not over 100, he's not a big player. He ain't even a player. He's the little leaguer. This is little league stuff you're talking about. Sounds like you're jealous of this guy because the little sister's all on nuts.
Hold on, he's 19.
I know. Well, I'm just.
That's not bad. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I'm just wondering because I don't know. She's I'm very protective of her.
All right, that's probably why she's going out with the 19-year-old swingers, because you're overly protective and she's rebelling.
Yeah, I don't know. I was just looking out. I was wondering if he could change. Because, it seems like they're actually, he seems like he's changed. And I just want to know, if it's possible. All
right, listen, Nicole, here's the deal. You're never going to talk her out of anything, right?
Yeah.
Right. So all you can do is just go to her and don't start talking a bunch of smack about him, because that's going to make her defend him even more. Just go, listen, I'm your sister. I care about you. You're having a good time with this guy. God bless the two of you. Make him wear a condom. Do not get pregnant. And if there's anything I can ever do, if you ever need a shoulder to cry on or an ear to talk into, I'm here for you.
And just put the pimp twist on her.
Oh, I know.
And that's about it.
Good song.
Yeah, pimp twist.
All right, Nicole.
All right, thanks.
Good luck.
And Nicole, see you next time we're out there.
Oh, yes, I will.
All right, don't wear a bra next show. See you.
Okay, bye.
I don't think she was wearing one the last couple. That's nice, though. She was injured at the show. It gives you a warm, fuzzy feeling as a band, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
Stacy,
Yeah.
you're 17.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Well, basically, I called for some advice.
All right.
About a psychotic ex-boyfriend
Right.
that I have. He calls and harasses me. He comes to my house and bangs on my gate, and it was a bad situation when we were together. He was abusive and
Right.
a lot of drugs and stuff. And
Do you get a restraining order or anything?
no, not yet, because we have a son together.
How old are you?
I'm 17.
17.
Wow. And does he have any visitation with the son?
Not yet. We are going to court.
Is he-
served me with papers.
He's trying to get visitation?
Yes.
How old is he?
He is 18.
And what's up with you? I mean, were your folks abusive?
No.
How'd you get hooked up with this guy?
Oh, I've picked some winners. Let me tell you.
Why?
I don't know. I really don't know.
You got to detect the red flags early because I know they're there.
I know.
Yeah. Can't ignore them.
Nobody was, no alcoholism, nothing like that?
My dad drinks every once in a while, but that's about it.
There's something. You ever get raped or abused or anything?
Just by ex-boyfriends.
How old were you when the first one did this to you?
I was probably a freshman in high school.
So 9th grade?
Yeah,
So you're 15, 14?
about that.
And how old was your boyfriend then?
He was in the same grade.
Yeah. What set you up for that, though?
I really don't know. I did a lot of drugs, and I was a habitual runaway.
Yeah, but
people run away when people are being abused at home. Did your dad strike you, hit you?
No.
Nobody ever did that?
I just wanted to go out and party, and
Your dad's a good guy. You love him very much.
yeah, he's cool.
Never caused...
Something's missing.
What's he do for a living? Cop?
No.
What's he do?
He works at a machine shop doing
Oh, he works around metal. Yeah, that's trouble. Whenever a guy works around metal, whether it's a muffler shop, machine shop, he's working on a lathe, he's got billets of steel in there, that's trouble.
So how is this guy about being a father to your son?
He wanted, even when I was still pregnant, he wanted me to give the baby up. He wanted me to choose between him and the baby. And I told him that it would be the baby, and he would just blow up on me, and the cops had to be called.
How old is the baby now?
He's 9 months.
Yeah, well, Stacy, you got a new responsibility. The only priority right now is your son. So
Right, and I know that, and I'm just afraid that he is going to do the same to the baby. Like, if things are not the way he likes, he will just blow up.
Yeah.
Don't let him be alone with that child ever.
And that's what I don't want.
Does he have parents?
His parents are divorced.
I mean, is there anyone you go to try and get him straight, on the situation and realize that the son is the only priority here?
This is what his dad tells me, that he doesn't know what's going on. He doesn't want to make his son mad.
Oh, boy. All right.
All these parents.
Stacey, listen, you have to document every threatening phone call. Every time he shows up, have all the documentation, get a restraining order.
Stay strong.
And stay strong and take care of that kid. And God knows what this whole fiasco is going to cost us.
Oh, yeah.
That's the way I just look at it. I mean, look at this. Cops, judges, social workers, restraining orders. Cops showing up at the house every other evening while I'm getting sodomized at the ATM by some gang members. But they ain't on the street because they're over at Stacy's pad getting this a-hole off the fence again, and she can have as many kids as she wants, and everything's a nightmare. All right, Stacy, take care of that kid so they don't turn out like their father, and we'll be back.
Loveline with Dr. Drew and Adam Carolla. We'll be right back.
All right, that's it. Drew?
Yeah.
Get some sleep, jackass.
I'm wide awake,
You're
actually.
fine. Okay, Royal Highness is the name of the CD. Kottonmouth Kings. Go out, get it, support the band. Guys, thanks very much for coming in.
Thanks for having us. Thanks for having us, Adam.
Stop in anytime. We'll see you soon.
Hey, live while you live out there.
And until next time, this is Adam Carolla for Dr. Drew saying mahalo.
Mommy! This has been Loveline. The views expressed on Loveline are not necessarily those of the staff, the management, or the sponsors of this radio station. And are probably not the views of Westwood One Entertainment. Loveline is produced by Ann Wilkins Ingle. Now, please listen to this station.